Twinsies! Welcome to Same But Different. I am Derek.
This is Philip. We are in sporty gear and we just completed 1 hour of pickleball here at Singapore Expo.
Yes, it's called the Arena and it has a mix of pickleball and paddleball court.
Well, we want to get ourselves into the groove, into the mood, because today we're going to talk about sports and fitness.
We are going to talk about the sports that we used to do, some of the sports that we still do, new sports that we picked up, and more importantly, one particular fitness trend that's all the rage, but we have an issue with.
Daddy issue episode with sports and fitness.
Yes, Philip. So why don't you start, Philip, by talking about the sports that you used to do when you were younger?
Right. So my memory when it comes to sports, the earliest memory is actually table tennis.
Wow.
If you can remember when you were in primary school, right? We used to play at the back of the school, closer to the field. There's one corridor where we played. Well, at least I remember playing table tennis. I did not follow through with that. I think it's just a trend. I just decided to play along with it.
Yeah, and I think we used to have a table tennis table in our void deck as well.
Yes. That was, I think, the early years when it's a popular game.
Correct.
And then it kind of died off. So that was primary school.
Yes.
And when it comes to secondary school, I was never sporty. So I only had 2 ECA. One is NCC Land, of course.
Yes, yes.
And the other one is being a head librarian.
Nerd.
And then, so when it comes to sports, right, the only kind of sports that I'm exposed to, or we are exposed to, are the soccer games in NCC. I think the most that I've done before is actually soccer game with the guys.
Yes, yes.
And I remember scoring 1 goal, the only goal in my life.
Okay, so now moving beyond teenage years, when we split our path from JC and UM Poly, right? After that, no sports?
No sports at all.
Wow.
I mean, the occasional going canoeing with friends. That's it. That's about it. I've never been a very sporty person.
Okay, that's interesting, Philip.
What about you, Derek?
Unlike Philip, who's a nerd, I have been sporty, specifically in running and specifically cross country, long distance cross country. So I was doing that since secondary school. I was part of the school team, even at JC level, and also I think at the National Service Army level, I wasn't part of the team, but I ran competitively still. So I think all that came to a halt once I went to NUS. I thought I'm done with sports. I am no longer sporty spice. I will not partake in any competitive sports or organized sports for that matter. So that's when I did the leisurely canoeing, the leisurely rock climbing, but nothing competitive. So I think that's really the extent of my sporting history, so to speak.
So unlike myself, where I'm consistently not sporty, you went for a peak and then down after that.
That's correct. So yeah, I mean, yes, I remember playing table tennis as well, but no, I won't say I am sporty after the age of 24 and 25. Going to the gym doesn't count.
That is the fitness part, which we'll talk about later.
Correct. Yes.
But okay, so if we are not a sporty person,
right,
we don't partake in sports, but surely we partake in spectator sports.
Yes.
Do we?
I think once in 4 years, the World Cup,
which is happening right now.
That's correct. As the time of recording, I used to be interested in the World Cup. Honestly, I don't know nothing. I don't know shit about soccer or football in our part of the world. So no.
It's more about hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times it's just drinking at bars.
Correct.
Ice cold beer particular.
Yes.
And watching games with them.
Yeah.
But it's never been about, the game is at 2 a.m. Let's go. No.
I don't think so, honey.
I need my sleep. So spectator sport, I got into a lot more of it with my partner, who's very much into volleyball. Right? So that kind of sport is something that he's very much involved in, and I just watch along with him.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, I personally feel that sportsmen are very admirable. I go first. Admirable. So there's a saying that goes, a sports person dies twice.
Oh.
Because if you look at a sports person at the prime of their youth, they are at the end of the career, they die
That's
once.
right. Yeah, yeah.
You know, what are they going to do after that? It's a very cruel reality to be a sports person.
Okay.
That's why in Singapore, sports is like, controversial point.
That's true. I mean, even our gold medalist Joseph Schooling,
Yeah.
he's retired and he is now teaching swimming as they all do, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. I mean,
Uh-huh.
as we groom the next batch of Olympic winners,
That's
gold medalists,
Yes.
we also need to think about whether sports is something that we need to take seriously on a national level.
That's an interesting point because this is really random. So I think a couple of years ago, as part of my work, we were engaged to do a exit survey of audiences over at the National Floorball Challenge. So it was actually a regional competition, and then we were engaged as research partners lah. So I was there to supervise the the survey process, and of course you have time, you just end up watching the game lah. It was quite fun. I know next to nothing. I know fuck all about floorball, but it was quite fun to see youths being engaged in physical activity that is not smoking, vaping, or whatever vice there is, so to speak, right? So I think I like it. I like that sports is a way for youths to be engaged.
Floorball is the same as long bowling or not?
No, floorball is like hockey
Uh-huh.
without the grass.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
yeah.
So the second part that we were talking about was sports persons are hot.
Yes. Sports person are hot.
Anything to add to that?
Why do you think there are so many women watching soccer right now during the World Cup?
It's not about the game, huh?
It's about the ass, honey. The ass. Right. Yes.
So are we qualified to talk about sports? Because we're not really sports persons. I mean, the whole idea of sports, we are playing pickleball and they're saying that pickleball is a sport.
It is a sport. It is a sport. It can
Alright.
be competitive. It can be leisurely.
Okay.
And the rise of pickleball in Singapore, and of course, other than pickleball, paddleball, right?
Yeah.
So I think these are examples of sports that we kind of fall into as you grow older, and you just find ways and means to keep yourself active lah.
The benefits of partaking in sports can be multifold,
Yes,
although you do need to be careful about injuries.
correct. You don't want to be a weekend warrior and paying the bills of chiropractors and whatnot, so to speak.
So this is our health warning.
yes,
Partake in sports
yes.
at your own pace/risk.
That's correct. Just make sure you're properly warmed up and also stretch after your games.
Yes, also hydrate.
I mean, Singapore generally is a sporty nation. I mean, annual surveys done by Sports Singapore shows that I think people do engage in one sporting activity or another. For example, you jog.
Yep. I am not a team sport person,
Yep.
so I partake in jogging and swimming.
Okay, cool, right? So
Yeah.
you jog. Because going to the gym is not a sport, so I'm not sporty anymore except for pickleball.
Huh. Going to a gym is not a sport.
Fuck no.
That is why,
Yes.
moving on to fitness,
Yes.
the craze right now is high rocks.
Yes, High Rocks, I call it a madness lah. I don't know why it's so. It just takes me off. Yeah.
Okay, so this daddy has issue with high rocks. Let's just go into the background a bit. So the TLDR version, of course, you can find out more through Wikipedia or going to High Rocks'
But more
website.
importantly, have you been sleeping under a rock? How can you not know High Rocks?
Well, okay, so High Rocks started in 2017
Yes.
by an ex-Olympic gold medalist. Interestingly enough, also floor hockey.
There you go.
Yeah, its first game
Okay.
actually started in 2017 in Munich
Wow.
with 650 people.
That's still sizable for
Yep,
first time.
Yep, and then it
right?
just grew from there. The concept of high rocks
Yes.
essentially is what they call hybrid running.
Yes.
They capitalize on the fact that a lot of us fitness enthusiasts, gym goers, there's never been a way to quantify your progress.
Correct.
Like for example, if you are a runner, if you are a swimmer, you can
Right.
go for competitions or even go for Olympic.
That's correct. For example, if you can time yourself by how fast you swim per lap, how
Yeah.
many strokes, how long you can last for a 10-minute swim. So all these numbers and things like that allow you to quantify how far you have progressed. But with gym goers, that's going to be an issue. Is it just muscles, right? You know?
Well, to some people it is.
Yes.
But they will also like to see what are the progress I'm making other than the size of my muscles. Aesthetically speaking,
Yes.
functionally speaking, how am I growing?
Correct.
That is why high rocks is very popular. Now, comparatively to another fitness trend,
Yes.
CrossFit,
Yes.
the barrier of entry is much lower.
Correct. It's allegedly easier to do.
Yeah.
The movements involved in high rocks
Yes.
is allegedly it's more aligned with daily life.
Yeah, squatting, running,
Pushing.
yeah, throwing,
Yeah.
right? So all of this, right, contributed phenomenal growth.
Yes.
So much so that there's also a talk of a venture capitalist throwing $1 billion at it.
That's correct. So the talk right now is this private equity firm called El Cataton looking to acquire a majority stake in the Hyrox brand. And it was quite an interesting piece of news on many levels because it suggests that there's a market value for it. And as it is, I think it's globally millions of people are participating in it, and its annual revenue is in the hundreds of millions of euros.
To add to that, they actually have 4 growth engines.
Yes.
Ticketing sales, of course, for both participants and
Spectators as well.
yeah. For participants, right, making it such that it's almost like a marathon where you have to bid, you have to like immediately snatch the tickets when it goes online.
That's correct.
So that's one part. Revenue,
Yes.
merch,
Yes.
lots of merch, sponsorship,
Yes.
and last and final is licensing, where they get gyms, for example, to
Correct.
provide high rocks training to interested participants.
That's correct.
Now,
So there are gyms out there that say that, oh, we are the official partners of Hyrox, or we provide training protocols for Hyrox excellence.
so what is interesting is that compared to CrossFits, right? In my research,
Yeah.
for CrossFit, if you want to license yourself to CrossFit, it costs about $4,500 per
That's
year.
very affordable.
For Hyrox, it's 1,500. They do understand that in terms of equipment, it's actually taking up a lot more space
Yes.
than CrossFit,
Yes.
right? So they kind of cut the slack there. Again, at least in my research, that's what they claim.
Right.
So to me, having a lower licensing fee actually helps in promoting the sports. Now, after saying all of this, what's your issue, Derek?
Where do I start? Okay, I think I want to start by talking about fitness as a tribal activity, right? There are lone wolves like Philip who like to run and swim on his own, so that's fine. So I get it. You want to find your tribe. I mean, something like pickleball, right? You can also find a group of people who like to do it. For me, though, I think the bigger issue here is why they need to be so fucking visible about it. They always talk about personal best and because Hyrox, there are two categories, individual and team, right?
Yep.
So there are people who just endlessly flex physically and metaphorically their achievements at these places. To me, I find it a little bit garish, lah. I find it unpalatable. The hot bodies, yes, chef's kiss.
Yes.
But no lah, I find it like, and I find that it has gotten a little bit out of hand. Where we are right now, right, it is a fucking ecosystem. The higher group of hotels actually offer accommodation packages for Hyrox participants in our part of the world. So if you're going to Bangkok, Taiwan, Singapore, and Sydney, there are different packages available to you. Air Asia is offering flights for you to fly to these different cities. Just today, or if not yesterday, there was a Channel News Asia article about how Hyrox is now part of a vacation. Train first, compete, then holiday later. Stop it. Stop.
Again, going back to the commercial side of things,
Yeah.
they do see Hyrox as a growth opportunity because in its core, it's called hybrid running. It's not just about pushing, pulling, throwing. Hybrid running can be deconstructed into a lot more other things. The sensibility of the sports
Yes.
about showing what we call showboating or showing off. Right?
Showing off, like, basically, yeah.
It's incidental.
Yes.
That the target audience of Hyrox they are also the target audience of a lot of brands. They are in the range of 25 to 40 years old.
Yeah, as you
People,
should. Yeah.
people who are very achievement focused,
Yes.
people who would like to show the achievement in ways and means, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's inevitable
Okay.
that participants, High Rocks participants,
Yep.
are interested in the sports, in like-minded people, because if I am a High Rocks participant, I am a person who is very motivated,
Yes.
who is very go-getter,
Yes.
who goes by the numbers. I want to see myself pushing my limits, so to speak.
Correct.
And if I have another participant,
Okay.
we form a community.
Yes. Yes. Or a team, whatever. Yes.
Yeah.
So to me, I get all of that, Philip. The whole idea of tribalism, like I mentioned at the start, right, is very normal in sports. Any sport, again back to pickleball, if you can form a team of 4, right, you will have a tribe. My big issue is how it is so visible and glossy and in your face. I cannot. It's too much already. For me, it's too much.
Okay, would you consider it a sport? If you want to draw it down to the most basic level, what is considered sports?
I kind of distinguish 2 categories: sports and games. Right?
Okay.
Darts,
Okay.
a game.
Okay.
Wrestling, sport. Golf, not sport, maybe a game.
Ooh.
Pickleball, sport. High Rocks, though, I would say yes. I guess yes. There's a competitive element. There are spectators, and there are time trials. You can fail. So yes, let's say yes. Let's say yes.
So if it is a sport,
Yes.
then it should be given its time in the limelight.
Yeah.
There's always a showmanship to it. There's always a showboating part to it.
Correct. So, and that's my problem lah. This is hogging the limelight a little bit too much until people who are normally not sporty, or that's not their core identity / brand, right, are also doing it because of FOMO. I'm the biggest FOMO motherfucker out there, by the way. But when I see people jump into it because it's the thing to do, I have an issue lah. Basically, I have an issue. Yeah.
Isn't that what we're doing with pickleball?
We need to find a sport. Why?
Yeah,
We are
yeah.
getting sedentary. I don't like running. Gym is not a sport, is it? So, yeah.
Not if you join High Rocks.
Fuck no. No.
This is our daddy issue when it comes to fitness trends.
That's correct.
Generally speaking, we have seen F45, we have
Yes.
seen CrossFit,
Yes.
now High Rocks.
Yes.
Of course, I do see that it is a very smart move.
Yeah.
They have achieved in the 10 years what CrossFit and F45 have failed to achieve in so many decades.
That's correct.
So we can only think that they are smart. From that angle, I admire and give them props.
I guess. So this is us putting on our business marketing hat lah, rather
Yeah.
than the hater hat. Would you take part in High Rocks? You're already running, right? Hybrid running.
I have to say that it did cross my mind to participate in a group one first.
Okay, so now you have to find 3 other like-minded people.
Yes, it does sound a little bit more manageable.
Okay, yes.
8 exercises, 8 kilometers.
Correct.
So
True.
I can easily run 2 kilometers, no problem.
Yep.
And I can do 4 sports as long as my back doesn't go out on me. Yeah, but
Yeah.
by and large, I will not say no to it. But I do resist the cost aspect.
Correct. And I think going back to the whole acquisition by El Cataton, right? I think the bigger issue with this move, as much as it will expand the already huge number of participants and spectators, right? I'm beginning to hear around me the people who are thinking about this sport as what is meant to them in the start, and the excessively merch oriented and brand oriented thing that's happening right now. And now that if it gets acquired for $1 billion, how is it going to evolve?
That's for the founders to think about.
Yes.
What I do see it is fitness is an industry that will not go out of style in a sense. It will not go into extinction.
Yeah, like, I guess people will still continue to, and they should continue to be physically active.
Yeah. Right, we're running out of steam here because we have just completed 1 hour workout.
Yes, and I think the next table is coming. So as always, like,
Share
subscribe.
and comment in the comment section below. Are you a high roxer?
What kind of sports do you like to do? What do you consider sport, game, and not a sport, not a game?
Let us know. We'll be curious.
Yes, we'll be waiting.
Until then, this has been Philip
This is Derek.
signing off.
Bye.
Bye.